At home with Lorrèn Rettich, and we're gonna get a sandwich first, I think.
Yes, we will. We're hungry.
Yeah. Fresh hot milk.
Yes.
Yes.
It just takes a bit of while when you have electricity, like an electricity cooking
thing.
Then you don't know how long.
Good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so welcome to the Lick, Lorrèn Rettich.
Yes.
Hi. Nice to have you here, and nice that we could come by here in your humble home here in Amsterdam.
My humble home.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just came from Pilates, so I'm completely in Zen.
You had a sporty yes, well, it's not really sporty. It's more.
It is sporty. I mean, I do use all my muscles, but it's more stretching and strengthening your muscles.
Nice.
So,
it's like a yoga thing?
It is kind of a yoga thing, but it's more with the twist of ballet and aerobics.
Oh, nice.
Well, actually my teacher does ballet because she's from, her roots are ballet.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, that's why she's actually like power dance. I don't know, she had a dynamic dance, got it, that's the thing.
Cool. Sounds healthy.
Well, I just enjoy it, do it 2 times a week. It's just, you know, when you have sometimes a show, you wear heels and you stand on them like the whole evening and then your muscles get really tense.
Yeah.
And then what I do usually is like, I just wait to go to Pilates just to relax everything. And now I feel again very smooth, and it's good for my voice also.
Good.
It's very important for your voice.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll hear some of that later.
Yeah.
So, well, you're really busy. I see you like everywhere in town where I want to go. I meet you. So that's I guess a really good thing.
Yeah, it's really starting to roll.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, what are you doing right now? Because I know you're working on your EP right now.
Well, it's actually done.
It's done.
Yeah, I just now have to finish the pictures, finish the CD, like more the layout. Yeah. To put it somewhere in and to send it to the world. So it's not really an EP, so it's more like a small EP because it's just 3 songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's more for me that if people ask like, what are you doing now, and can I hear something, and I had so many questions, like those questions, can I hear something of you, and every time I need to say like, no, sorry, not yet. And now finally I can say yes.
Good, good.
Just have to put it online.
So. And on YouTube also. There's quite now some growing.
Yeah, yeah. YouTube is of course, and all the social media, and we'll all get my
your message
numbers.
Out.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it like they're all your own songs? I think. For the EP, you write everything yourself.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. And is it like out now, or when do you think? Because for the viewers, of course, kind of.
I just wait for the right moment.
Do you have it? Is it like mastered and everything?
It's mastered.
Cool.
Yeah, everything is really done.
Nice.
It's just I just wait. I want to have like a package because now I don't have really something online. Like I do have small things of performance, blah, blah, but not like really professional. Yeah. So I want to finish first my website, and once the website is done, it's like gonna have all the YouTube videos on it, biography, who I am, and my songs. Yeah. And only when that's done, then my songs will be online.
Good. Could we maybe do a little Zero to Jazz little preview of one of them? Maybe?
Of course, you can get it. Just I don't have really a good.
No, not in here. But then we can put a little link underneath the interview later, and then maybe our
like a
viewers
small little preview.
Like a small little preview.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah,
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Good. Well, there's our first little extra. So what else are you up to? Because of course you're working at the North Sea Jazz Club, but you're doing a lot of different things, of course.
Well, you know what I'm up to is just perform.
Yeah.
Perform to show myself, to that people will recognize me more and more. It's just every performance, you never know who will be there and who will catch you and say, you know what, I like you, you're good, you have something special, I would like to work with you.
Yeah.
And that the person will take me under his arms and pull me more to the direction of the world.
Yeah,
because eventually I want to conquer the world.
Yes. Yes, you do, and I think you shall. And you already did also a little bit with, of course, your impromptu appearance at the North Sea Jazz Club.
Yeah, the North Sea, and I've done in Israel and New York. I've done like small little things.
Yeah.
Which was really fun. Because I did a competition in Israel.
Yeah.
Which I came to the final. Fun, and I got there also a lot of people recognized me more and knew me more. So yeah, I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Enjoying
and
the
how
process.
did that thing happen at the North Sea Jazz with Ali Moa? Because that was something.
That's really something. It was. I was playing at the cafe, so it's like the small part of the club.
But was it the same day as when he was?
It was the same day, but he would start later.
Yeah.
And first we were like, they were hesitating to put Meola on because I'm not really registered as the pre-act, which I all the time try to say that put it as a pre-act, you know, but they didn't want it. So I was starting, and it started to get full, and actually I think an hour or a half an hour before Meola would start, people first came to the cafe. Usually you go right away to the club. So they were listening, and I didn't know that Meola was listening as well. So we were having fun with my band, and then I go up to the artist room where I had my stuff. And there's Meola. I didn't know it was Meola because I seen a picture of him, and he looked tall, and he had like sunglasses. I thought he was really a tall guy. And then I meet him, and he's like small. And he started to talk to me. He said, "Yeah, I heard you're really nice. I'm also gonna perform." And then something went on, like, "Oh, so you're Meola?" I had no clue whatsoever who he was. So we started talking, and then he said he really liked it. And then I said, "Well, I'm gonna maybe come and check you out because I'm here now. I can see Meola."
Yeah.
And then he said, "Well, why won't we do something together?" So I was like, "Yes." Let's do it. I'm always open for like new experience. And I think he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it really. He just kind of was, I don't know, maybe flirting a bit and just just talking with me. But I took it serious. So at a certain moment he invited me and the band to eat with him. And I was like at a certain moment like, Aldi, Al, let's do it. Let's. I'm serious. And then he said, "Yeah, but how do I know that you can do it? And it's like improvisation. Do you know? Do you even know?" I said, "I know. Don't worry." And then he took me with his guitar player to his his room, and we kind of did a small test, like to see if I can do it or I react good. And it was great. And his manager came, and he's like, "Yeah, you should do it." So I was I was in his show, and I was like waiting 2 hours. 2 hours, and you see the show and you're like, really nervous, and I just had a show
of one of the best guitar players,
yeah,
arguably in the world. So.
Yeah, so I was pretty amazed, and my parents were also there, so they were also like, wow, Meola is like, it was in their time, like the 70s, I think. It was like, bam. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then he finished, and people were starting to, they wanted more. So how do you call it? Then he came and did a encore, yeah. And I was supposed to come to the encore, and nobody says my name. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm waiting here for 2 hours. So I went to his manager and I said, hey, well, aren't we gonna do this? I know. And then he's like, looks at Meola, and he says like, and Meola sees me, and then he right away says, and here we have Lorrèn. And I come up and we do it.
Here we are. Lorrèn. Come on, Lorrèn. She's so brave. You're the first singer in the world that's ever tried this. Let me play a little phrase. Take it away. Damn, I wish you were older. Sorry.
And I think that really opened up my stage, because people have seen it.
Yeah.
And they were right away like, yeah, I would like to book you.
Yeah, but that's cool. Huh? That's like, I love that, you know, when people do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same with, you know, Coco jumping on the stage with C6 Steve and, you know, all these different...
I think to be an artist, or even just a starter, it's very important to take every chance you can and just have balls, you know. If you want it, get it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you also know that story about Candy? How she got to play with Prince? It's also like...
No, I don't know.
It's like, it was here in Amsterdam at the Paradiso, I think.
Yeah.
He was, you know, performing there, and she was the pre-show, you know. She was gonna be the pre-show. So of course she told all her friends, and you know, and she was like 15, 16, something.
Ah, really? She was young?
Yes, and you know, like 5 minutes before the gig, Prince cancels the pre-show, and he just says, no, we're not gonna do it. So she's, you know, down there somewhere, and she's like, what the hell, I invited all my friends, and this is gonna be so disembarrassing. So she just went up to his dressing room and just, you know, shouted like to the security guy, you can't do this, man, this is just... And of course the drummer, great drummer, what's her name? Damn. Like one of the best female drummers, damn, I forget. But, you know, Prince's main drumster, you know, heard it, and she just went into the room and she was like, hey man, I don't know, but this girl here, you know, she's red hot and ready to kill you outside, so I think you should talk to her. So he invited her in, and you know, she talked to him also, and then he let her on stage, and you know, since then they always are playing together, and she's been in, I think, all of his tours.
See, but that's the whole thing, people, I think especially big artists, if you treat them not in a way that they're like God, you know, that they're just people like us, and that you're just really eager to play, then they understand. And you know, if you just show them, you know, you don't run over me, that's what I think Candy did. You know, she just said, hey, I am as an artist as you, I don't give a fuck if you are a Prince, I want to come. We had an agreement, and I think that's what gave Prince respect also towards her.
I think so too. So very important thing, I think, to take away is indeed, you know, to break through those barriers and to not be scared, especially when you're beginning. You know, that seems so very important.
I think, of course, not everyone should do it. You should know from yourself which talent you have.
Yeah, but I think that everyone is like all the musicians that I've met, and there are you know, loads of them by now. All the guys that have really made a name, or girls that have really made a name for themselves, somewhere in the story there's always this moment where you have to take that ultimate chance or leap and jump on the stage or do something. And I think that's cool. That's something that we all I think common at some point.
I agree.
So, you know, going back a little bit, of course, to your beginning, because that's all the things that you're doing now. But how did you like start at a very young age with singing?
Well,
and playing,
it's very funny actually. I have it even on video. I was 2 years old, and my dad was, for the first time, I think he had a camera. It's really bad quality, like really from the old time. The thing, everything is like white, and you just see a little bit fractures of me, kind of small, walking down the stairs. And my dad is also he's also a musician. He's a scatter / violin player. So he like takes the moment because he has the camera, you know, so he wanted to capture it, and he starts scatting to me. She's like doing like ta 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 ta, and he's like, come on, man, now you. I'm like 2 years old. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what do you want from me? You know. So he's like, okay, well, I don't think he's gonna come. And then 2 seconds of silence, and I do it back to him.
What the fuck am I doing, eh?
So I think that's really like the moment, like my dad, we had it on video, so it's, I think, already from young age.
The first...
started skating back, and
cool.
I think I was born also in a family with music, my whole family. When we came together, it's like everyone plays an instrument, maybe even a bit of a gypsy feeling to it, but just not gypsy. But yeah, I was already from young age, always with
and you
music.
continue to do that, like scat with your father and play instruments?
I have. My dad tried to teach me the violin, but it wasn't my instrument at all.
Did you do it for long?
No, I think like a month. I just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't enjoy it. And I think when I was 5, he even did a movie with me and my sister, kind of interacting with us. That's because my sister also loves singing, but she didn't choose to really become a singer. She's a doctor, so that's also very good.
Nice.
And yeah, I always do. I also eventually would love to do like really something together with my dad, like something with skating, violin, me, and.
Well, I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Yeah, I think so too.
And is he also in the jazzy direction? Or
yeah, he's like not classic. He's not classic. He's like jazz fusion with his violin, and then he comes skating above it. Yeah, now he does it with DJs also and break dancers. He does shows. So.
Yeah, so really towards the modern sort of styles. And did you also start playing piano then, or?
No, I started actually really late with piano. Okay. I think we moved from Israel. We moved to Holland when I was 8, and then.
Ooh. Did you also start playing piano at that same age, or how did that?
No, because when we moved, I wasn't playing any instrument.
But singing? You were like singing with other people then already? Or?
No, everything was still very much in the family. Okay. So I was really enjoying it, and you know, I was just 8. So we moved to Holland, and then I got more and more involved with music. And around age of 11, 12, I decided I need to have an instrument. And I think that was also the first moment that I really decided I want to be a singer. Yeah. And then I also registered myself in the Junior Song Festival for in Holland, and came quite far, the top 10.
Oh,
so that was, I think, my first experience with music, TV, live performance. Even though the live performance was not so good, because my voice started to change at age 11, 12, started to go really low. So my song was too high, so that wasn't such a success. I think afterwards I was really disappointed also. Yeah, that I didn't win, or that I didn't got what I wanted from it. That I was young and unexperienced.
Yeah.
And then afterwards kept on going. Yeah.
And then you started playing the piano at that point?
Yeah, at that point I started playing piano. First, of course, classic, and then afterwards a little bit jazz.
Yeah, did you take lessons or did you teach yourself?
Well, I took lessons, yeah.
Cool, cool. And then you started singing also? Like right away with the piano, or did that?
Yeah, right away. The first things that I really enjoyed was singing with the piano, and also at age 11, 12, when I was doing the junior songwriter, I needed to write a song for the competition, that you write your own thing, and that's what I did with my dad, because I couldn't play at nothing. So he helped me out with chords. I just sang it to him and he's like, okay, these are the chords that you're doing. And that was my first song.
Cool.
In Dutch. What?
Do you still have it, your first song?
That's a good one. I think my parents have it somewhere.
Do you still know it?
I do. Yeah? I don't know how to play it because I've never played it actually.
No?
I'm sure it's very easy, but I do know the song, how it goes still. Cool. It's still online somewhere.
Well, I think we'll look that up.
Uh-oh.
And was that also the spark that sent you off to really writing all of your own material and really...
you know, it's hard to say when was actually... I think I was 15. So time passed by and I did all kinds of small little, you know, song competition for young, you know, in cafes and all those things. Very small. Yeah. And then I took lessons, and at age 15 I was really like, shit, I really want this. This is, I remember walking in the forest, because I did it a lot with my parents, and kind of talking with them like, I feel I missed something. I wanna have a band. I wanna really do it. And my mom says, you know, sky's the limit. If that's what you want, then you should fight for it. And I remember I had a few kids in my class that also were musicians. And then slowly but slowly put together a band, which we had an official name, was the Jets. Yeah, and that was actually my first band. Did that 2 years, and then I got some bad news because I got chronicles on my vocal cords.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So it's not, I don't know how I said in English, it's like...
yeah, when you get the little bubbles and...
Yeah, but I didn't have like a big bubble, I had like a small bubble.
Okay.
But I couldn't sing. And my doctor said like, well, let's try first to kind of massage it away, and that you do it with speech therapy. But I had a year off, and it was one of the worst years ever.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend, I went to New York by myself.
All your friends, you're delirious, so consumed in all you're doing. No, trying hard to feel the emptiness. The beast is gone, and the puzzle undone, and that's the way it is. 'Cause we are beautiful in every single way, and the words can bring you down. No, 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 'cause you
I just
are-
finished school also, so I was ready to rule the world, and then I got this stupid thing on my voice, and I did like 7 months of speech therapy, hoping that I don't need to do operation, but at the end I did. And now I'm here.
Yeah, and
healthy
went well.
voice. Yeah, it went great.
Good.
I think I learned so much how to control my voice, how to speak, because my speaking was not good. Something with my breathing and articulation and la la la.
And was it like a whole year of work because you couldn't sing?
No.
And you were doing voice exercises then probably?
It's not really voice exercises. It's like breathing exercises, articulation, like I needed to read a book or something and then kind of read it in like a robot. Like, my name is Mo.
You have some video of this of you reading?
No. It's like very much like this kind of things.
But that didn't work. In the end, it didn't work.
It didn't work for me, no. Because my bump or crook, I looked it up, but I forgot the words. It wasn't polype.
Yeah, okay, it was something else. Yeah,
it was like a little bit, like when you play guitar, you get something on your hands.
Yeah,
well, that's it.
Yeah, where it gets a bit coarse, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I had on my voice, which is weird.
Yeah.
I just used it too much.
Yeah.
And used it not right. Because I had a band which was really loud and I needed every time to kind of come above it. So that's I also learned how to... It's just a whole new experience and that's what happened for me.
What did you take away from that whole experience?
Control.
Yeah?
I have now really good control over my voice. In the beginning it was really hard because what I had after the operation, I could use my voice really like fantastic. Remember, 3 days I wasn't allowed to talk. And the first moment I sang, it was like, I cannot describe it. It was heaven. I remember right away I wrote a song about struggle and about the experience that I had, and I could go so high and it was amazing. It was like for a year I could sing, but I couldn't sing high, or I could sing one song and then it was gone, no voice anymore.
Yeah.
So it was really hard.
Nice.
But I got stronger, and you know, after the operation, first a lot of stress, afraid to happen again. So that's also not good because then you close your voice.
Yeah.
So it took me about another year to really loosen things up. Not to stress, not to get emotional, or that you sing and that you're afraid that at the end of the set you won't be able to sing anymore because you will hear like cracking, which I had the first few years. So
anyone who goes on the music journey and really gets anywhere, you know, runs into some problems at some point. We all do. You had some things with your voice. Were there any other like more technical issues, because that's of course also something that our viewers can learn a lot from, like as a singer? Were there like things that you ran into that you couldn't do at first, or that you really had to learn, you know, stuff like that you really had to overcome?
Sure. I think for me belting was sometimes hard because I wasn't doing it right. So I had a lot of, I do still every month I do one sing lesson just to practice it, you know, just to remember, oh yeah, that's the way I should do it, that's the right way. And for me it was really like learning how to use my whole body when I use my voice. So, and it really brought me to a different level. I have now so much control of my voice, and I didn't have that 2 years ago. So I think for every singer it's important, like you have some singers who just have it like Christina Aguilera, Beyonce, you know, they just have this voice that they, no matter what they do, they have this quality of voice. I have more the quality of voice of a bit more, that has this heart, how do you say, like soft, this cracking, which is natural. I just have it on my voice.
Yeah, I know what
but the problem is, if I overdo it, then the cracking takes it over. And that's the thing I needed to learn, to be able to put the crack when I want it and to take it off when I want it. And that was my struggle. But I finally conquered
the little tiny bit of Amy Winehouse that you got in your voice.
I think so. It's like you just have to learn. You just have to understand, like, how do you do it like this. The thing is, what I wanted to achieve is like being able to sing like Beyonce or Christina. That if I want to, I'm able to do it. It's just a matter of technique, of technique.
Of getting control.
Of getting control of it. And it's not like I want to sing like that. It's just to know myself, just that I have this kind of confidence, like, I can do that, but I don't have to.
Exactly.
So.
And do you still practice that? Like every day, your control of your
I don't think I do it every day. I mean, every day I do play piano or all those stuff. But I do like twice a month I go to singing lessons for an hour, just to kind of recheck everything.
No. Cool. So, moving on to another subject that I think is very largely in your life, is writing. Because you're one of the, actually, like, I find your songs very interesting. Of course, we also played some of your songs in my session, so I know a few of them. And it's interesting that, like, most of well, you're not really in the singer-songwriter sort of type of singer. You're more, in a sort of a zone of your own style that's more, in the direction of sort of a modern jazz sound. And you're one of the few people that I know who write songs who are not all about love, who are all about, oh, this guy broke my heart.
Oh, he broke my heart. Maybe it's also because I have a boyfriend for 5 years.
Yeah, well, that
I've never really had this heartbreak moment.
Well, maybe that's it.
I do have to write. I can write about love and what it does to me, but you know what it is.
What you write about it, but there's lots of other subjects in there, which are nice.
I think because I got annoyed by the singers or whatever, guys or girls, doesn't matter. They always write about, oh, my life is so terrible. I'm a very optimistic person, and for me the music is kind of a message that when life goes bad, there's always a good. So usually when I write, and I try not to put a message in it, because I know that it's annoying if someone sings something only to tell you something, how you should live your life. It's more a feeling that I try to give, and that's with all the subjects. I think if you really look to my lyrics, and at the end everything comes out. And I don't write only about love, because there is more to love. Love is everywhere, but there's also so many other things. Like my song that I wrote, Mr. Winter, which
for example.
I just really, really, really hate winter. The mystic's over, my view is gone, and I know my holiday has stopped and gone back to winterland. Now dear Mr. Winter, why must you always arrive so soon? The sun is just setting again, and there you are, going away. Dear Mr. Winter.
You sound like a great country to live in.
I know, it's my parents, they moved me here. And I built a life here, so.
No, I know, I'm just joking.
I know.
But that's something that you consciously do, that you really like seek out also. Yeah, well, you really write about subjects that just touch you in some
Well, you know
way.
what's the problem with me is when I write, I first write the melody. So I just get inspired by the piano or the guitar, and it kind of talks to me. I just do something and then I actually improvisate. So I just do like doesn't really and then maybe one word, a real word comes out of it, and then all of a sudden I said, hey, this word, maybe that's what I want to write about. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, because lyrics are not my strong part. It's really hard sometimes to write a song and not to say right away what you mean. And it's not my first language, English, so that's also hard. But I have my mom who helps me because she loves writing. And eventually I hope to have like someone else extra to like
help you with that.
Help me, it's his mother language, English. Because some, like you hear if you hear an English or American singer, that they write their own stuff, they have all kinds of cool ways to say what they want to say. And for me it's harder. Because like video call, you know, I would never think about that, to write about, to make a word change and to make it, to call it video call. So it's all these kind of little things that that's what I would love to have extra.
Nice. That
someone will help me out with that.
Do you have also some current writing ambitions or things that you really want to write about, or?
That's the problem. I have like loads of songs in melodies, but no lyrics. So it's really hard, because sometimes you write a song and you're like, okay, what shall I write now? What should I do? People tell me, because I talk with musicians and also people that write songs, they say you should have something in your life that's not happy. You should go through something. That really annoys me when people say that, because I should go through something. What can I do that I enjoy, that I don't have misery? Because I'm not that girl, I think. Well,
that's good. I mean, I come also very much from that direction, so I guess I like that in your music also. But I think there's lots of other things to write about, and I think you do a good job. Like also with metaphor, and you know, for example, your Mr. Winter song is a nice, you know, it's a nice, totally different subject, but I think still something that many people can sort of recognize, and it's quite catchy, you know, just thinking about it, or is it in my head, which is nice. So, you know, when you're writing, of course, you're putting your own personal stuff out there. Now, of course, you don't write only love songs, but some, of course. Is it difficult for you to, you know, put something that is often that personal sort of out there?
No, I'm very open in that way. I also don't think I ever had something that was really for myself. And when I write a song, it's not like people right away can understand what I write. So it's like I write more about feelings. I don't write about things that really happen. So for me, they really happened, but I don't write exactly why did I get the feeling. I just write this emotion that I got from an experience, and that I want to write it on paper. And like sometimes I write about things that I hate, like winter. So that's I really want to let people know that it's kind of a joke, you know. So it's like a fun thing. But like when I wrote this song, the moment I had the operation, and I wrote this song, it's not like I really tell them what I felt. It's more in metaphor and more in the feeling. Yeah, last time I played it. Yeah.
Would you like to play it?
I can play it.
Yeah? Should we play it? That'd be nice to
Okay, we'll do it. Sure. So this is the song that I wrote, I think, exactly 4 days after my operation. Which gave me power. Okay, just have to get out.
For the reason
And so, you know, how did you go from the, because, you know, everyone has to sort of step over that from the private home, you know, playing at home for your family and friends, to the really getting into the clubs and, you know, going out there and playing publicly. How did you make that step?
Very easy.
Yeah?
I was always a girl who loved to have the attention. I think it's something also to do with that, you know. I don't think you could be an artist or a performer if you don't love this energy, people looking at you and want for you something. So as a young girl, actually my parents we had always like after dinner, we always gave my parents a show, my sister and I. So actually from young age already it was, I so much enjoyed it to be in the spotlight and just to dance or to sing, and we did usually every evening. I remember when my sister and I became, I think she's 4 years older than me, but around age 12, and she was I think 14, 15. We didn't do it anymore so much, and every time my mom says, "Oh, why can't you give me a show?" So giving a show outside of home, I always did. So it was actually normal. Yeah,
and what was the first time when you really stood in front of like a stage with like an audience? Do you remember?
I don't really. It could be, I think, a little bit before. No, I think actually when I was did the Junior Song Festival. It was the first time I did it for like millions of people because I was on TV.
Yeah.
It was very nerve-wracking, but it was okay. And before I did a lot at school. We had like open mic day, you know, people could just do their thing. Then already. I think I was 8. Remember I was 8 and I came very undressed because, you know, when you come from a completely different culture, I was used to not wearing nothing. You know, just wearing a short short one. I wasn't at all into this culture of putting all these layers. I hated it. And then I had a show and I was like really with a short belly out, you know. I think that was the first time I was really like dancing, and I think already from young age I didn't give a fuck what people thought about me. Just did it.
Wow. and did that first step to TV, because you already said it was quite nerve-wracking. How did you?
Yeah, it was really hard, and I wasn't allowed to see my parents before the live show, so that was really the hardest, I think. Yeah. Because, I mean, think about it. You're just 11. The first time you're ever gonna do this kind of thing. All I want to just do, I don't want a hug from my parents, just to say you're gonna be great. I was so nervous, and yeah, I kind of fucked it up. Yeah. I did, but I learned from it.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I think I just learned from it just to, you know, you just give a show. It's just you, and if they don't like it, then they don't like it. But if you like it, it's the most important if you enjoy it. And I think at that point I was so busy with what the others say, and I was also dressed up. Terrible. I wasn't allowed to choose my own thing, and my hair needed to be high because I wasn't allowed to do my hair loose because, I don't know, maybe I was too provocative or I don't know. Like I wasn't allowed. They all the time put like weird hats on my head. It was really not my thing. But I learned out of it, you know, that this world is not completely where I want to go to.
Yeah. And you can cope. I guess also, you know.
What?
You know you can cope when you get into a situation like that.
I know now what to say and what to do.
Eventually you'll get through it. And, but this is the thing, like for anyone, you know, I think we talked about this earlier also, that, you know, when you go into the well, I don't really think, you know, of this as the entertainment business, because the whole jazz world is more about art, I think. Which is also what I like. And
well, I don't think you can really say that, because I think the people that will hear you say that the jazz is more art will disagree, because for them they feel that they also are doing their art. It's just a completely different way of doing things. It's like
But it's not, what I mean by it is, it's more about the music. Like in the pop idiom, you know, it really can be like, oh, we already have this pre-produced CD, we just need a nice face, you know, and that whole thing. And of course, in jazz, you know, you can't just go somewhere. You know, you want to do anything with jazz, you have to go around town, you have to play the sessions, you have to show people you can really do your stuff. Otherwise, you're not going to. So there's a lot of, I think, very necessary and very good. Like barriers, or you know, some things where you have to sort of prove yourself a little bit before, you know, the musicians and the community will sort of say, hey man, you're doing a cool thing, we've all checked you out, you're for real, you're not this whoever who's just, you know, here you are. But it's much more about really proving that you can also do something. Yeah. And I think that is something that is also, but there is a little bit of that entertainment, of course, factor comes into it always a little bit. But I guess it's a good lesson to having had that at such a young age, and to see that other side also a bit. Yeah, and I think it's very important to know at a certain point which direction do you want to go. Yeah. And unfortunately, we have to go through that direction as well. Yeah. Because if you want to be successful, you also need to do also the things that you don't always like. But do you have an idea for yourself? Like I always say, like try to play like yourself. Like if I have students or something, I would say, don't try to play like anyone else. Try to play like you. Yeah. And develop an idea of whatever that is. Do you have some idea for yourself? I don't mean, don't give away your secrets, of course. No. You know, do you have some idea of where you want to go, or where you see your voice going, or how you? I think eventually I would, of course, the thing what I would enjoy the most is that people at a certain point will sing my song, or when I have a show that I can shut up and the audience will take it over. I had it, I think, one time. It wasn't something big. It was just a small little thing, and it was a song that was known, but it was just such a kick. The point that it's kind of a control, you know. It's kind of like, wow, you're just singing just what I do, and you're reacting to it. And I think that's the point I would love to come. Yeah. That people start to recognize my song, not even me. It's just about my creation. Yeah, you know, they're my babies. So it's like, it's as if they came good to the world. You know, and I think that in like my first sold out concert will be also the idea that people are so eager to hear my voice, or to see who I am, and I think that's I think every artist's dream. Yeah. Is there also musically, like more, you know, technically musically, some things that you're working towards doing, or a certain sound for yourself that you were thinking about, apart from the different subjects that I think it's hard. I think a lot of times, especially now, because you're busy kind of creating you. You know, I'm creating me actually, but not in a way of me, but more in a product way. Yeah. Because eventually you become a product. But it's very hard to ask yourself, like, what is it that you want to be? I don't know what I want to be. I just want to be Lorrèn. You know, I'm me. Well, you already are. I mean. Of course, but it's like, if you want to put yourself on the market, you have to have kind of a story, or a special marketing way to market yourself. Yeah. And that's hard for me, because I just want to sing. I just want to, you know, I just want to do it. And sometimes it's kind of stops you, because you are like, you have to have a whole story, or you have to have a whole thing worked out. And actually, I don't believe in it. No, but I think you're doing that quite well. I mean, not in a planned way, because I think that doesn't quite work that way, but you know, the way that you're taking chances, and just, you know, like also Matthias, the guitar player we were talking about earlier, like, you know, going to all these sessions, playing, you know, all these gigs, and just, you know, just do it. Yeah, just putting that out there, and then that story will but then it's develop. Then you just have to see if it will work out for you. So no, of course, then for, you know, one of our most important parts of the show, of course, is I always ask everyone, you know, if they have something typically theirs to share with our viewers, so they can learn and, you know, apply that also to their stack of musical skills. So have you got something for us?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just show you how to build up an improvisation, like how to improvise.
Okay.
I think for improvisation you have to have it or not, but I could give like a line of ways to do it.
Okay, good. Well, let's move over to the piano.
Yeah, let's try it.
Improv class with Lorrèn?
Yeah, improvisation class. Usually what I just do, you know, you have like chords, and I try to listen what you have, what kind of tones you think it has. So like, you know, we're still in the same chord. So it's like, I think it's more a feeling that every chord gives you, you know. And if it's really hard for you, what I suggest is practice the scales at home. So you have like chords, and you just do the scales, and when you hear a chord, all those tones of the scales, they sit in the chord. So it's like, so that's the chord, but then you have also the half tones, which you can also use. So I think that's a bit how you can find tones and find improvisation. I think it also will help you out writing your own song.
So can you like give us one of your, like something that is very typically your improvisation, like an improvisation line that you love to use?
I must say I never have like one improvisation line. That's the thing about improvisation. It's every time different, and that's the fun of it. You know, you just have a song, and usually first you sing the song, and then you give it your own twist, and that's improvisation. Okay, so shall we end this musically with maybe a nice song, one of your? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see what we're gonna do. Blah blah blah. Sometimes I just wanna scream it out. It's a feeling I can't describe. Every step I take, every move I make, every thought I think, it's all for one thing. Looking at the pencil, pages untouched, words are trying their way through my mind. My head is exploding even before I start. Write a blog, what does it actually mean? Am I too busy thinking? No, I don't think so. Write a blog, what does it actually mean? Am I not letting my feelings flow? Write a blog, I hate you. I'm phone to the piano, trying hard to get inspired, but it just won't come. I'm stuck and I'm angry about this situation. Write a blog, what does it actually mean? Am I too busy thinking? No, I don't think so, no. Write a blog, what does it actually mean? Am I not letting my feelings flow? Write a blog, I hate you. Am I supposed to write a song about happiness? Am I supposed to write a song? Practice it. Find a song that you feel that really brings you, who you are, out. And I think just be positive and fill your life with good energy, and put it in your passion. And it doesn't have to be music, it could be whatever it is. If you just enjoy it, that's the most important.
Yeah.